but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
All right, everyone, welcome into Sim Racing Media tonight. We are in the sunny California, looking at Auto Club Speedway here in the WSRL Racing League. I'm Mike Damoni, up in the booth. Joined with me tonight is a voice that has been absent for the last few weeks here, but Sam has joined us here. How is it going, man?
It's going good, Mike. In a few weeks, it's been like a few months, honestly. At least for this league, I kind of missed it, seeing all the different drivers that we got here and the aggressive racing that they're about to put up for us tonight.
Yeah, definitely. They're getting ready to, well, they're about halfway through qualifying. But the points battle after this week will start counting the drop week. So everybody trying to best their last or their worst race here. Andrew Schulte has a 4-point lead over Chad Simpson. Kyle McCartney 38 back. So that's where they sit right now. Andrew Schulte did everything he had to last week to get the lead as he led the most laps and brought home victory in Texas. Like everybody. So here we go, looking at Chris Simard. We've seen these guys in practice slipping and sliding a little bit. It is California. You've got the track temperature right now in qualifying is 118 degrees. So it is going to be hot. It's going to be slick.
Hey, Mike, just remember that next time we see this track in in real life, it's gonna look a lot different, like a lot different, a lot smaller, if you would.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a little remodel on the track. Had some guys out there taking some video, and they've pretty much decimated most of it. Chris Dumard, second time by, 41.26, good enough for P7. Ryan Steele looks like he's bringing his truck pit side here with the 41.29. Dennis Fuson rolling through. 41.57 his first time by. Second lap for Fuson is going to be a 41.33, good enough for P14 now.
14th. Several Canadians racing with us. You got Wayne Fleet, Keith Kelman, Barry Phil, James Campbell.
Yeah, Kelman first time by a 42.25. Chad Stearns, a 41.61. As he's pulling down there. Charlie Widener finished his lap with a 41.40. See who else we have left. Looks like Brian Barnes has completed his first lap with the 41.70. Is left. Looks like we have a couple drivers left to try and make a qualifying run. Looks like Heath Smith and Kyle McCartney have not pulled out on the track just yet. Second time by for Brian Barnes. See how fast he can go here. 41.37, P16. Wayne Fleet, first time by of 41.72.
Kyle McCartney's going out on track right now to make his runs.
Wayne Fleet, second time by. Looks like he went a little bit slower second time by a 41.75, so still down there in 29th position. Kyle McCartney in that Snap-on 18 Toyota here. If he's going to be able to get his lap completed here, he's got. He should be able to. 30 seconds left in the qualifying session here. So he'll just get this one lap, and it'll have to be a good one if he wants to qualify towards the front.
Trying to see where this is going to place McCartney right here. Sitting in like 31st right now. Just pass by, puts him in. Ooh, doesn't move up much. Kyle McCartney moves up to 26th. That's the end of his run.
Yeah, so that's going to make it. Going to make the poll go to, I know your favorite driver, JTW. Justin T. Wilkinson out on the pole.
If you look at the chat from the last race, I was going crazy for JTW. Although we won't speak about what happened to him in the last race, fortunately.
Andrew Schulte.
But he has a good time to make it back up.
No, definitely not. But here we go. Andrew Schulte to his outside in row 1. Justin Michael back in row 2 with Chad Simpson. James Lehman, Butch Davis make up row 3. Row 4, Chris Sumard and Lyle Swearingen. Jeff Schmeier and Ryan Steele in row 5. Row 6, Bob Beltrami, Michael Melfeld Jr. We have Wayne Hutchinson and Dennis Fuson in row 7. Row 8, Chris Walker and Brian Barnes. Charlie Widener and Julian Ricci make up row 9. Corey Deal and Matt Sisler make up row 10. William Fletcher, James Campbell in 11. Barry Phil, Chad Stearns in row 12. Then we've got somebody not in their car, Scott Kukas and Kyle McCartney. Morris Morgan and Dan Brazington, 27th, 28th. Row 15 is Dustin Burns and Wayne Fleet. Heath Kellman and Heath Smith are going to make up the tail end of the field. Heath Smith elected not to qualify, so that will definitely start him in the back here. But that's where we start. We've got 80 laps around Auto Club Speedway here.
I wanted to ask, because you might know, but where is Chris Walker from? Because all these guys are either Canadian or American, but Chris Walker has a weird logo on his.
Let's see if it says.
You see what I mean? So I'm kind of curious. I don't know if he was able to change it and just something custom or. Also, for those watching, I don't know if you guys noticed this. There's only 5 Fords in the field versus a sea of Toyotas and Chevys.
I do not know what that flag is.
Yeah, but you see it though, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so I'm not crazy.
I just saw it when I flipped over there.
These guys are lining up, getting ready, sliding into their appropriate spots where they qualified. JTW and Andrew Schulte in front. The green flag's out. JTW with the jump. Andrew Schulte starting to get. Well, no, he's holding his spot right there. Justin Michael holding his place in second right now.
Yeah, one thing about this league, they don't have that restart zone. So basically, as soon as the pace car pulls off, it's all fair game. And JTW took advantage. Justin Michaels hung right with him as they are 1-2 right now. Andrew Schulte fading back in that high line. Going to go side by side with Chad Simpson. As soon as Simpson gets that run, it looked like he was building there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that did throw me off because the other leagues like commentate, they have that. And I forgot that WSRL doesn't. That's how long I've been out. Getting stuff mixed up. Oh, that's wild. You got Butch Davis trying to make moves on the outside here. 87 of Justin Michael still holding that place in second. Andrew Schulte shuffled all the way back to fourth from second.
And Butch Davis is making that high line work. He already
yeah,
up,
he is. He's actually
already
really
up
fast.
4 spots. Like I said, we are in for 80 laps. They have 80% fuel, 3 sets of tires laying in the pits. So tire management.
Something else I want to point out. Way back in the rear, Keith Kellman has made up 6 spots. And then Kyle McCartney, who started 26th, has already made up 5 spots. And he's sitting in 21st right now. So we got some more fast guys in the back. And I feel like they can make up a lot of spots.
Yeah, I definitely can see that happening, especially at a track like Auto Club. When you don't get your qualifying effort that you think you should, especially watching these guys in practice. There were a few of them that are pretty fast, kind of stuck back here in the back.
And Butch Davis did make his way up in the first, but JTW is not letting up that first spot without a fight. So these two are going at it now. One's going literally all the way to the wall. And JTW is going all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, trying to take the shortest way around the track. And he slides up behind Butch Davis, going to try and get a tow around the track just a little bit here. And it almost looks like they're going to swap positions as Davis goes down to the bottom and JTW goes towards that outside wall. 2x2 behind them. They're still battling up front. JTW pulls down, goes down to the inside, slides back up behind Davis.
Andrew Schulte is shuffled back to 5th. He wasn't 6th, but he just made that spot back up after one of these guys made a mistake. They're on 3 wide back here. This is for 5th.
Almost 4 wide as James Lehman and Lyle Swearingen are trying to push past on the bottom.
Another group is about to go 3 wide in a second.
Got Ryan Steele, Swearingen, and Chris Sumard 3 wide back there just behind Schulte and Lehman.
Now let's see what happens in this corner. See if somebody wants to make it 4 wide going to the front stretch.
It is interesting as you watch them. You have James Lehman and Lyle Swearingen clear down almost below the white line on the front stretch, and then several drivers up right against the wall as they make their way around the track here.
Bubba Traumy back there trying to make up some spots. There's a lot going on in the top 10 right now. A lot of movement.
Yeah, pretty much from position 6 through 11th, they are side by side, back and forth. Everybody picking a line they want to run. As Andrew Schulte looks like he's probably going to get shuffled back a little bit more as James Lehman goes down to the inside. Chris Sumard gives him a little bump there coming through turn 2 as they head down the backstretch.
Hey, he's not giving up without a fight. You got to give him credit where credit's due. Thought they were going 3 wide again.
Yeah, they fanned out pretty good there as they were coming through the corner. Nobody's pushing it too much.
Yeah, a group of like
moment.
5 trucks. You got a group of 5 trucks that are like stuck with each other so far.
They almost could try and push it 4 wide there, just not quite enough room as Justin Michael and Chad Simpson. Ryan Steele goes from the inside, or from the outside to the inside.
Changing up the line a little bit. I don't blame him. Ooh, 2 trucks close together. Ryan Steele and that's the 50. James Lehman.
Butch Davis.
They got really close.
Looks like Butch Davis looked like he got into that outside wall, winds up battling back into second place, or hanging on to second place, as Justin Michael was closing in here.
And that makes that lets JTW have the lead back again. We got the 87 to Justin Michael right on him now, on Butch Davis. Three different lines right here. That's interesting. JTW and Butch Davis swapped. It looked almost coordinated. You got Justin Michael sliding right up to the back of JTW. From the angle that I had, I honestly thought he was going to hit him. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he definitely slid up just a little bit I'd say almost a little bit too late as Justin Michael was closing like a freight train in that 87 there.
Yeah, he was. Now he's about to pass Butch Davis on the outside, I think. About to find out in this corner right here.
And Butch Davis is still battling tough here, and Andrew
Not
Schultz
giving
is
up.
battling back too.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz is sneaking up on these guys. He fought back from 6th. He started 2nd and shuffled back to 6th, and now he's made his way back up to 3rd. Butch Davis getting shuffled back a little bit. Schultz is by him. Simpson's about to get by him right here.
It looks like James Lehman's also looking to his outside as Lehman gets into that outside wall. Just a little scrape there.
Not enough to hurt you.
No, not
Whoa.
here. Whoa,
I thought he
side by
bounced
side,
off the wall.
almost touching is Justin and Justin.
This is the Justin and Justin show for now. These guys are gonna slot back in.
Like we got a battle back here towards 20th position. Barry Phil and Morris Borgen going back and forth as well. These guys are pretty hot and heavy back here as well. Looks like we have Julian Ricci trying to make a pass. And it looks like Chad Stearns is definitely more. That's not Chad Stearns. That's Matt Sisler, who's sliding up in front of Ricci as Ricci goes cleared down to the bottom from the top side, right behind Stearns and Sisler. Are going to try and put that 97 machine.
Lyle Swearingen just got fast out of nowhere. He's passing people now. It's about to get by Butch Davis, and he looks to be faster than Chad Simpson too, honestly.
Now it looks like Swearingen might be saving a little bit here as we're 14 laps in. Ooh, as James Lehman gets a little loose there.
Lehman's been bouncing off the wall. I've been watching him. He's bouncing off other drivers. He does have a super loose setup. Look at that truck bounce and slide.
I don't know that I would want to be on his outside here.
Whoa, contact right there between Chad Simpson got into the back of James Lehman there. He got a little bit loose, but not too loose.
Yeah, it looks like it caused a little accordion effect there. Maybe even Butch Davis into the wall just a touch. But
Swearingen's going to take advantage of this.
Oh, we are under caution. See what happened here.
You're going to have to tell me what happened. I won't be able to see the replay.
Let's see. Whoa. So looks like Wayne Fleet got into the 28 of William Fletcher. Spun him around. And then Chris Walker had nowhere to go and went right into it. So that's going to knock out a couple drivers. And then we'll have to see what happened under caution. Well, what happened here?
Ooh. Well. Got a lot of people in the pits. I think pretty much the entire field is in the pits. Whoa, Andrew Schultz just gets turns by JTW in the pits.
Well,
This is a change of events. That delays both drivers getting out of the pits, and they're both going to lose an extremely, well, not that crazy amount of time.
well, that's definitely gonna hurt Andrew Schulte a little bit there. See what happened here. Quick. Oh.
What did happen exactly?
So, after the incident, William Fletcher just came flying up and rear-ended the 6 of Wayne Fleet.
Ooh.
And
Oh yeah, I see on the wow.
That's
Heavy.
what I just caught right before I went back to the replay.
Yeah.
Links.
That's heavy.
We're still under caution. They're getting stacked up, ready to go once again.
I'm curious to see how this restart's going to be. I was not expecting Schulte to get turned in the pits.
No,
it's not my bingo card for tonight.
No, and it was one of those things where if he would have been, I'll say, half a car length further into the actual pit lane, it wouldn't have mattered because he would have been basically a ghost as they were entering pit lane. But just enough out that caused him to get that contact. He'll wind up starting 25th, so he will definitely be driving angry as the pace truck pulls in. Chad Simpson, Justin Michael. We are under green now.
Watch Butch Davis, because if he can work his way up to the top side with those fresh tires, he can definitely slingshot around. Maybe 2 trucks in one turn. I have confidence.
Yeah, after this restart, definitely, as you see Chad Simpson driving away a little bit. Lyle Swearingen hanging out there. Justin Michael gets a little squirrely there next to Butch Davis.
Yeah, Andrew Schulte is driving super mad. You can see him in the back. He slung his truck down to the low side. Butch Davis, 3rd right now. Whoa, look at that run that Butch Davis has.
Well, you said he had to work his way to the top side, and he did just that. He is behind Lyle Swearingen, and he is trying to get that top side rolling here as Swearingen stays with him.
3 wide right now. Steele, Butch, and JTW. Ooh, a truck shuffling like crazy. JTW gonna try to make a move on Butch Davis here.
They pulled down trying to find a different line. Justin Michael has lost a few spots here, as everybody looks like they're a little bit squirrely here on these fresh tires. 20 laps in.
A little bit. That's a lot. This guy's super loose right now. This is one of those setups. It starts off loose and it tightens up as time goes on, but you really have to do a lot of guesswork to see just how tight it's going to get within 3 to 5 laps, and then hope it either stays that way or gets a little tight. You set it up like this, you can't make it loose unless you pit.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, as they're almost 4 wide. Chris Sumard, Kyle McCartney, Jeff Schmeier, James Lehman, Justin Michael. And this little group of 5 and 6 cars here.
A lot of movement going on in the back. Chris Samard made up a place, I think.
Go back and take a look at Andrew Schulte. Andrew Schulte restarted 26th, and he's already up 2 P20 in just a couple laps here.
He's driving angry, all right. No doubt about that.
Well, he knows he's faster than most of these guys about mid-pack. So it's just a matter of him getting clean air and working his way through this traffic. But just in front of them,
there's a lot of dirty air.
They're 4 wide almost. As you see Charlie Widener.
Yeah, I saw that right there.
Kyle McCartney, Bob Beltrami.
Literally, just as you say that, I clicked on. Ooh, somebody just bounced off the wall hard way back in the back. I don't know who that was.
Maybe James Campbell might have lost a little bit of ground there.
It was not a small tap. Not enough to like. Well, actually, I don't know because I'm not in the car, so it may have done something. But visual-wise, a little tiny dent to the right side.
Go back up towards the front. Butch Davis, Lyle Swearingen, Ryan Steele, JTW up in the second spot, right behind, I was going to say right behind Chad Simpson, but Swearingen and Butch Davis have that high side working here.
I'm waiting for something crazy to happen. Some of these guys back here are getting really, really racy. Elbows out. Not letting people by. Blocking.
Yeah, they're all over the track trying to figure out where they want to be and how to get around people.
You probably already know which group I'm talking about, too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
87 and 93 are fighting each other pretty hard.
Yeah, Justin Michael, I don't know if he's saving tires or just didn't take them, as that is Morris Bogan, who just went from the top side clear down to the bottom trying to pass. Looks like Charlie Widener. Widener slides down and blocks.
97, Julian Ricci kind of scraped the wall. Not didn't bounce off it, just a little scrape.
And Justin Michael is still fading back here.
Down 11 spots. Kind of crazy.
Because he restarted outside row 1 on this restart.
Whoa.
Looks like Matt Sisler got into the wall a little bit here.
Some of these guys are getting super close to the wall, like through the corner.
I mean, I get that you want to kind of run that Kyle Larson line, but you need to stay off the wall a little bit there.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of guys scrape the wall a little bit in the long run. They could definitely hurt you. JTW is really harassing Chris Samard right now. I think they're basically touching right now. Why? They are so close.
I can see all these drivers fan out as they come through 3 and 4. Everybody trying to pick the best line for them, and it kind of shuffles them based on pace here. But when they come back to the front or back stretch, they line right back up, and nobody has any more momentum than anybody else at the moment.
See what else we have here. Yeah, the top 5 are like, well, top 6 really. They're like super close together, still stacked up.
Yeah, they are not going anywhere. Everybody's running a little different line. They stack back up when they come through the stretch. But still, nobody's giving anybody any room here. And on board with Butch Davis as he gets a run on the inside of Ryan Steele. Going to try and take away P2 as Lyle Swearingen takes over the lead.
Chris Lombard battling the 42 of Chad Simpson right now. These two are not really bumper to bumper, fender to fender type of racing. They're just kind of, both of these drivers are just minding their own business, trying to survive against everybody else around them. That's doing all these crazy maneuvers.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the front of the field here, Lyle Swearingen gets a little bit more momentum coming off of turn 2, gets by Ryan Steele. Ryan Steele slides back up into line. Butch Davis pulls out. These guys are basically playing leapfrog around the track here.
But something about this track is that you really can't just be a bystander in this race or on this track and expect something to happen for you. You have to want to get it. You have to want to attack the other drivers to make up spots, because you can't just sit back and let things happen on this track. That's not how this track works.
No, definitely not. You can't just sit back and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna eventually make a run here." There are plenty of lanes and plenty of ways to get around the track, and it seems like almost everybody's been able to run where they feel comfortable. And I mean, right now, Lyle Swearingen and Butch Davis battling hard for the lead again.
Seems like JTW is getting shuffled back. Tristan Ward and Chad Simpson, they're still side by side 5 laps later.
Yeah, they're still side by side, and they have 6 cars almost behind them trying to figure out where they can make a pass. Kyle McCartney gets some momentum down on the bottom side, but can't get by Samard, and JTW is right off the rear bumper of Chad Simpson, but can't get the momentum to get by.
Yeah, it's funny because those guys that are behind them, they keep swapping out. It's almost like they're trying to see who can get by them, and then I guess they're all going to follow. But JTW will try to go, can't get by. Bob Beltrami tried to get by Chris Samard, and Samard slid and cut him off. And looks like trying to figure out. Yeah, Kyle McCartney. It's his turn now. See if he can get by him.
Yeah, and then you have James Lehman back there going inside outside, just trying to figure out what line he wants to run. And as they're all doing that, that brings Jeff Schmeier back up into the mix, and Matt Sisler as well.
But this is crazy in the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, the top say 3 are pretty much single file, bouncing around, whatever. But from that 77 Chevy on back, everybody's just been swapping places through the top 10.
Literally just trying to get by the 2 middle cars. Which it seems like the 42, Simpson, he kind of, I don't know what happened to him. Whoa, JTW bounced off the wall, bounces off of it again, his rear. He came off of the corner super loose on the backstretch. He was able to hold it together, but that was close. I thought he was going completely sideways there for a second.
Yeah, definitely looks like I'll say, mightily warm track temperature of 122 degrees is
Good grief.
is having some effect on these tires after they've got, I'm going to say, 20 laps on them now. So definitely going to see some guys start slipping and sliding a lot more than they were previously here. One guy I want to kind of take a look at is go back here and find Justin Michael. I don't know if he's saving tires or saving fuel and trying to get as far in this run as he can or what have you, but he restarted on that restart on lap 18 up on the outside of row number 1. He has now fallen back to P15 and is pretty much content on running there. Looks like he's running a few miles an hour slower than the front lead group here, but so I don't know if that's what he's trying to do, but it might be a strategy play as he fell back quite a bit.
So how hot did you say the track temp was?
122.
Yeah, the last truck race that I commentated was at Richmond. It was 117 track temp. Somebody bounced off the wall right here.
JTW looks like he's finally had about enough of Simpson there as he's able to make the pass. Looks like Bob Beltrami was able to get by as well as Kyle McCartney. But that 77 machine has moved up into P3 right now, just to the inside of Ryan Steele.
I was about to say, he's worked his way up the third now. Smart's not letting it. I mean, Steele's not giving it up without a fight. These two literally just basically cruised by Butch Davis. They're gonna fight. Pretty sure if they do it right, they can slide in the second as Steele does back off. Samard continues his charge.
It looks like Samard might have been saving a little bit of his tires early in this run as he seems to be a little bit quicker than Swearingen and Davis for the most part here. Kyle McCartney is able to close in on Ryan Steele, slides back behind Chris Samard. And here we go off into turn number 4 one more time.
Whoa, you know, I just realized Kyle McCartney's made up 21 spots. And Morris G. Bogan in 12th has made up 15 spots. So far, those are your biggest movers.
Yeah, it looks like Wayne Hutchinson's coming down pit lane. Yeah, Kyle McCartney had a 1 lap, 1 minute qualifying session there. Was able to get his laps started, but didn't qualify terribly well, but has that snap-on 18 Toyota moving in the right direction here.
So Swearingen is going on defensive mode now. I think he realized how quick Samard is.
Davis into the wall, just riding it out up there.
I saw that too. Yikes.
ATW Bob Beltrami almost get into it as well.
JTW needs to stop being loose. Whoa, Steele and
Steele into the wall.
McCartney may have had contact.
I mean, I thought this track was wide enough, but these guys keep bouncing off that wall. It's going to get a little bit wider here.
They're going to move the track like 2 feet to the left by the end of this race.
Kyle McCartney up 23 spots now, running P3. FBR Motorsports is definitely well represented here in the WSRL League as Swearingen, Samard, and Davis are all inside the top 5.
Hey, Babs in the YouTube comments is really cheering for him. So they do have fan support. Well, yeah, now the elbows are coming out by Swearingen.
And we're over halfway through the race here, so
yeah, that 3/4 of the way through comes out, and then you really start seeing the elbow. McCartney being in third, that puts him at 23 spots made up.
Chris Sumard is just pinching down on Kyle McCartney. And if you want to go ahead. Try and go down below that white line there in the corner.
Yeah, the high line seems to be the line for today.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you have a little bit more momentum coming out of the corner, and it seems to just be able to hang on to whatever track position you have as Kyle McCartney goes from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, he definitely goes to the top because he just bounced off the wall. Got by. Oh, hold on now. Maybe not. Let's see how this plays out.
I'm going to say McCartney going to pinch Samar down, return the favor a little bit there.
24 spots. Can you make it 25? Get by Swearingen. Butch Davis and Chris Samard are like really driving. Samard's actually going on like a true defensive right there, right before the turn.
Kyle McCartney still holding him down on that inside. He definitely does not want to give Samard the outside line and have that track position squeezed down on him one more time.
One thing that's helping Swearingen right now is the fact that these guys are the top, or the three behind them are battling, and he has clean air, and he's just kind of staying consistent, minding his own business.
Kyle McCartney down pit lane.
Yeah, McCartney comes into the pits right now. I have a feeling Swearingen will be next to lead the rest of them in. So right now McCartney is all by himself.
I wonder if he's trying to... Butch Davis off the wall again. I mean, maybe with how many positions Kyle McCartney made up, he was driving the wheels off of that machine there. We had to pit a little bit before anybody else does, but we're working 30 laps on this pit cycle, so they do a few more laps. They should be set to make it to the end of the race. Maybe that's Kyle McCartney's game plan, though, too, is pit early and try and take this track position and bring it to victory lane here.
And Bob Beltrami made up 6 spots along with Ryan Steele. They both have made up 6 spots.
Lyle Swearingen's made up 7. Kyle McCartney made his way down pit lane, pitted, was in his box and on pit lane for a little over 51 seconds, and got out on track in front of the leader. So he stays on the lead lap.
Barely. This might maybe play out in his favor, maybe. I'm not saying it is, but it might, possibly, could.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out on this pit stop here. Lyle Swearingen coming down hard onto the brakes.
Interesting how no one else followed him in. Like from the top group, at least.
I would have thought Samard and Davis might have elected to go with him, but they did not. Wayne Hutchinson down on the inside of Samard, trying to stay on the lead lap.
Just trying to survive at this point.
Yep. Yeah, Wayne Hutchinson came down on lap 38, so... And here comes everybody as Samard gets loose coming into the pit lane. So that's going to cycle Jeff Schmeier to the lead.
Forgot what race it was, but there was a race I was commentating where everybody started, like the whole field pitted, but also the whole field crashed into the pits.
Oh.
because they came in, everything was fine, spread apart, no one crashed into each other. It's just they all spun trying to get into their pit boxes. It was bizarre. It didn't happen the 2 pits before, and it didn't happen in the pit that happened after that. Literally only for that 3rd round of pit stops where that happened. Still can't figure it out to this day.
That is crazy. I did see, I don't remember what track it was, but it was one of the 3/4 mile tracks. I believe where the pit lane, the entry was right off of turn number 4.
Oh, it's one of
And
those.
like everybody crashed on the first green flag pit stop. Under caution, it was fine, but trying to slow down and get down just did not work very well.
Those turn 4 pit lane entries are very, very brutal. Not fun, not forgiving.
Well, it looks like, I was gonna say, it looks like Andrew Schulte and Justin Michael are going to cycle back towards the front. Justin Michael is in P2 right now. James Lehman up here, P1 at the moment.
Just so you know, McCartney is in front of Swearingen for now.
Oh, 5-second gap there?
Maybe McCartney cooked. I don't know. Or he either cooked or he is cooked.
James Lehman almost sideways down pit lane in front of Justin Michael.
Bob Beltrami is super loose right now. I'm watching him. Him and Steele are together 8th and 9th respectively, and Beltrami's truck is super loose in these turns.
Well,
He's making it work,
I'll
but
say,
it is ridiculously loose.
yeah, that's always the problem, though, after you make those green flag pit stops. You get those 4 fresh tires, and then all of a sudden, your truck is not the same as it was when you were driving it before that pit stop. So Kyle McCartney is trying to make this pit strategy work for him. We'll see if he's going to be able to hang on here. He's got over a 4-second lead right now.
Let's see what's happening here. The Kyle and Lyle show, sort of. It's more like the Samard and Swearingen show, honestly, if you think about it right now. These two are going at it pretty hard.
Yeah, they definitely.
Just trying to catch McCartney. McCartney's gone.
Yeah, McCartney's trying to just cruise out here, and he loves seeing the fact that Samard and Swearingen are kind of battling a little bit.
Yeah, they're not working together right now. I can tell you that much. They're not working together right now.
Yeah, it looks like they start to for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they both can't determine where they want to be on the track. As Samard wants to run a little bit lower, Swearingen wants to run a little bit higher, and that's allowing JTW to kind of suck back in here as that gap back to 4th place is just a little bit over half a second here.
Yes, Martin and Swearingen are really going at it. It's causing them both time. McCartney's just scratching away. So maybe Kyle McCartney does know something that we don't, doing those early pit stops like that.
Yeah, it looks like. So it's going to be close for depending on what fuel was left for Justin Michael and James Lehman there. They both pitted on lap 51 from that lap 16 pit stop, so it's going to be close to see if Kyle McCartney can make it because he pitted 3 laps before Lyle Swearingen did.
Smart. Swearingen is still going at it. Butch Davis and Steele are still going at it too. They've really been going at it for a while. Before the pits and after the pits.
While Beltrami is able to get away from Ryan Steele. Ryan Steele is going to have a rearview mirror full of Butch Davis. Davis goes to the high side. And that sucks back in behind Ryan Steele.
He thought about it, but oh no.
They are back single file once again.
Yeah, Butch Davis. I'm watching him right now. I'm gonna see what he does. Yeah, he's taking a different line than Steele now. I don't think that line worked for him because he did lose spot. Not lose spots, but lost ground.
Yeah, definitely go back a little bit further here. We've got Brian Barnes, Julian Ricci battling here. Dennis Fuson also back here as well. Justin Michaels back in 13th position.
You know, I wonder what Waffle House is closest to Auto Club, because that's where we'll find us Andrew Schulte and JT going at it after this race. What happened to the pits earlier?
Yeah, definitely will be something to pay attention to. Andrew Schulte in 16th spot now as he makes a pass on Wayne Hutchinson.
Morris G. Bogan has made up 18 spots. I've actually watched him vlogs. He's way back in the back. I didn't think he'd be up this far. Not now, at least.
No, he's worked his way up through the field pretty well. He usually drives a little more aggressive than a lot of the other drivers here in this league, but it has paid off tonight.
I mean, maybe he just had a bad qualifying run?
I don't know. It usually seems like he qualifies mid-pack-ish. But then
Definitely was not mid-pack this time. I'll say that much.
yeah, definitely
not.
not. But looking back up front, Kyle McCartney must have pulled out a parachute or something, because he is losing time like crazy here to Lyle Swearingen and Chris Sumard. Basically the next 5 trucks.
Yikes.
Swearingen to the lead.
Let's see here.
Lyle Swearingen. I mean, this is his hometown track.
So there is an obligation to win here. JTW, I thought he was going to slam into the outside wall and absolutely destroy the truck. He slid super fast. I'm not talking about sliding up by like he just moved up the track. He literally slid up there.
Kyle McCartney back to third. And now he's going back
And now
to
he's going backwards.
fourth.
Hey, he's going backwards. Yikes. That's all I can say.
It looks like he made the right call as far as the pit cycle goes, but something had to have changed in that 18 machine. Is even before the pit stop, he was making up some pretty good time, like battling with the leaders and stuff. So, not sure if something
I feel like
happened to that drive.
I feel like he may have burned the tires out too fast because he was way ahead for a while. Now he's just crashing. Lagging behind. Way off pace. Well, not way, but off pace.
Yeah, I mean his tires are 20 laps right now, so definitely could have burned him up a little bit.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it's looking back through the field a little ways, trying to see what other action is on tap. We got Ryan Steele and Bob Beltrami battling back here for a place inside the top 5. William Fletcher looks like he called it a day. Chris Walker called it a day. Chad Stearns called it a day. Wayne Fleet is still out running. He's about 10 laps down. Corey Deal is in his pit box. Keith Kelman a couple laps down. Barry Phil, Dan Brazington, Wayne Hutchinson all a couple laps down.
And McCartney is he's gone. Not gone, but I don't think he's catching this group.
No, he's
top 3.
No, he's lost time.
JTW fighting back, trying to get his top spot back, and he does actually. JTW slid back in the first place. He went from third. I watched him make an outside move. Paid off for him. He was able to slide by Small on the outside, slide by Swearingen back on him right now. Let's see who comes out on top of this fight.
Yeah, he went from third, took all the momentum, basically kept his foot in the floor as he went around 3 and 4 and wound up coming out on top. But now Swearingen's battling back on that mid lane here. We'll see if JTW can keep the momentum on that high side, and it looks like he will for just a moment as they almost touch.
The Smart is falling very close to Swearingen right now. I want to lose that. It's a Ford, Toyota, and Chevy battling right now. It is truly a free-for-all.
Kyle
No
McCartney
team
coming down pit
obligations.
lane.
Yikes.
I think the only thing that's going to save Kyle McCartney is if everybody has to come down one more time, but I don't believe that's going to be the case here. JTW into that wall again. Yeah, almost a
Just
3-wide
Smart
battle for the lead again.
Almost. He's smart. He's literally just trying to figure out what line works so he can get by these guys. It's like you can see him trying different lines. None of them are sticking right now.
Kyle McCartney back out on track.
In front of him.
Yep, just in front of him.
The only way this pay out is if, like you said a few minutes ago, if the entire field was a fit.
Well, if we have a caution, I would say everybody's. Oh, never mind.
Hold on. Just by whoa, square engine, because he holds it. Square engine holds it. He got literally sideways, like actually sideways. Somehow, I don't know how he did it. The truck is back straight, like it never happened. Didn't hit Smart, didn't hit the back of JTW like I thought it would. That was impressive. So this might play into the hands of McCartney. How many laps exactly are left?
10.
Hmm.
Well, a little less than 10. It'll be 9 as soon as Ryan Steele gets to the start-finish line.
Either our leaders here goofed or McCartney knows something that we don't. We had a good strategy.
I'm going to say I'm going to go out on a limb. Granted, it's going to be a little limb here, but
It's like a twig.
Yeah, like a twig. Yeah, we'll go with the twig. I'm going to say Justin Michael might have the winning pit strategy here, because he pitted on lap 51. So I know he should have enough fuel to make it to the end.
We shall see.
Wayne Hutchinson gets by to get one of his laps back, as Ryan Steele and Bob Beltrami are still battling for the lead here. 8 laps to go.
Where's all this put Schultz at? Where is Schultz?
He's running
back in the
P8. Yeah. P8, and he is in front of the guy he's battling for the championship in Chad Simpson, who's running P9 right now.
Well, ain't that just something?
So our
It'd
top,
be really, really foolish for anybody to pit right now.
yeah, there's no way. Like if I was up front, I wouldn't be pitting, but
Definitely not.
all the drivers up here that are inside the top 5, their second stint length as far as their pit stop was 32 or 33 laps, except for Justin Michael. He went 35. So he should definitely have enough to make it to the end, as he is looking to get the lead anyway here, as Beltrami and Steele and Jeff Schmeier are all battling for the lead. Looks like Justin Michael's all over the back of Ryan Steele, trying to get that fire emblem.
Yeah, Bob Beltrami.
And there goes Beltrami. 3, almost 4 wide for the lead here.
Justin Michael. You mentioned something about Justin Michael several laps ago, didn't you?
That's something, yeah. 5 laps to go. We'll see if he's going to be able to bring this 87 Toyota to victory lane once again here.
If you told me around like lap 15 that these guys would be the top 5, I probably would have laughed at you.
Well, Justin Michael definitely has the most wins in the league this season. Missed 3 races. So we'll see how the drop weeks all shake out and if he's going to be able to come close to winning a championship here. If not, it's going to be Andrew Schulte and Chad Simpson, but we'll see what happens here. Because it looks like James Lehman went off track and was able to get back on and jump to the pit, so no caution right now.
Ryan Barnes came out of nowhere. Just absolutely said, Beltrami, I need you to move over. This is a spot now.
Yeah, Brian Barnes is one of those drivers when I first started to call this league. I believe it was just after he won the championship in the Northwest Racing League.
Huh.
So he definitely knows how to drive and knows what championships can be here, but 3 laps to go, and he is trying to chase down Justin Michael here. Two laps.
I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to get around Justin Michael. Say that, we could have, very close finish.
Yeah, definitely 2 laps to go, and it will all be about whether or not these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end. It looks like they probably should, as they pitted on lap 49, 48, and but Justin Michael pitted on lap 51, so he should have plenty of fuel if he needs to maybe use a little bit more than some of the other drivers. White flag in the air. Final lap. Justin Michael, Brian Barnes. One of them is going to take it to victory lane.
Yeah, here comes Brian Barnes. He's trying that outside line right now. I don't think it's going to work for him. The gap is just way too big right now.
Yeah, he's trying to take that
last minute measures.
Trying to take that that line as best he can to stay right behind him, try and slingshot past Justin Michael, but I don't believe it is going to work here, as Justin Michael is going to take the victory here. Brian Barnes in second. Bob Beltrami brings home third. Ryan Steele fourth. Jeff Schmeier rounds out the top 5. Andrew Schulte finishes P6 with Chad Simpson in P7.
If you told me that this race was going to come down to strategy, pit stops and whatnot, I definitely would not believed you.
Yeah. I would not have thought it would have, but yeah. Justin Michael with the race win once again here in the Western States Racing League.
Burn it down, Michael.
That is his 7th win on the season.
James Lehman said that his VR died.
That would make sense.
Also makes sense why he was getting so close to cars when he was weaving in and out of them. I was like, this guy's driving maniac, but VR explains everything. So.
Yeah, definitely explains a lot here. Let's see if we can just blew his engine there.
Huh.
All right, let's see if we can get Bob Beltrami up here in the booth. All right, Sam, you're with Bob.
Hey, Bob, it's Sam and Mike up in the booth. You got us?
Yipper. How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So you had a nice race. You made up 8 spots, finished 3rd. Tell us about your strategy that you were trying to come up with as you were going throughout this race.
Well, for those first 2 runs, it was all about saving the tires and trying to hold on to the leaders. But that last run, it was just pure fuel savings. I ran out about 10 feet before the line, engine shut off, and I just
No
coasted
way.
across. So I got really
Huh.
lucky, let's face it.
Yeah, me and Mike were like, surely they have enough fuel to make it to the end, but you literally, quite literally, barely made it another lap, and it would have been disaster.
Oh yeah, for sure. I coming through 3 and 4, my fuel pressure started to take a dump, and I thought to myself, "There's no way I'm going to be able to hold on." But somehow she held on, and she didn't even start sputtering until about right in front of the grandstands, and then she just shut off about just before the line. So I made it. Whew.
Yeah, it did work out in your favor there. You and I think it was Brian Steele were battling for quite a while. No, did you guys get in contact at all or make contact?
Nope, we were nice and clean. That was good stuff. Ryan's a good driver and one of the cleanest guys in the league for sure. And he's been around for a long time. So I totally trust, being able to run around him. And he ended up, bringing it home 4th. So I know he was in the same fuel situation I was, because we pitted right next to each other. And so I just assumed that we were both doing the saving thing, and it ended up just right there before the end. I was able to get around him, and he wasn't able to make the position back up. So I literally got lucky tonight for sure.
Well, is there anybody you want to mention?
Heck, I'm just thankful for all the guys running in the league. Thankful for you guys doing the broadcast. I'm just glad to be up here talking to y'all. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time since I commentated this league. I miss how fun it is. A lot of strategies, a lot of aggressive racing, clean racing too. It was good to be back.
Yeah, good. Definitely good to have you back, Sam, and same to you, Mike. And yeah, it was a fun night. We only had the 1 caution, so yeah, that was I hope you guys had a good show.
Yeah,
We definitely
fun, man.
did. Hey, Mike, you got anything else for him?
Nope, you're good. All right, let's see if we can get 2nd place up in here. Hey, Brian, Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Well, not too bad. Well, heck of a run there. Didn't see you up front until it mattered most, but it looked like you were closing in pretty quick on Justin Michael there. Were you saving fuel for that last part of that run?
Actually, I only saved for the pit before that, and so I was able to go almost full throttle the entire last 32 laps.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was some strategy playing out as we witnessed all the leaders just basically pull off and come down on lap 68, 70, and then you guys were able to take advantage there. I knew you at least had enough to make it to the end from my calculations, but Bob said he ran out right at the start-finish line. So how was the overall racing out there, though?
Well, I thought it was pretty good for me tonight. Normally, I don't do as good on saving the tires as I did tonight, and it really helped on the long runs. So just really glad for the finish for a change. It was nice to see all us dog bear running up front at the end.
Yeah, it definitely was a throwback to the old times when I first started broadcasting, all you guys running up there. So definitely good to have you guys back inside the podium positions here. But anybody want to thank before we get you out of here tonight?
Thank you guys for putting it on. Thanks, Bobby, for continuing this league out of all these years. I think I joined in '04, so this is my 20th year here.
Wow.
So
Cool.
anyway, thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks, man. Let's see. We'll get the race winner in the booth.
He was 2 years old when he started racing. Or I was 2 years old when he started racing in this league. Good grief. That blows my mind.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, all the young guys that we have at SRM, though. All right, Justin Michaels up in the booth with you, Sam.
Hey, Justin, it's Sam up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, first of all, congratulations on your win. Strategy definitely played out in your hands. Definitely staying consistent did too. So, why don't you walk me through your strategy? Tell me how you made that work out for you.
Yeah, when we came out of the pits there, after that yellow, look, it was about, I think, 63 to go. I'm like, or maybe it was 64 to go. I think it was about 63 when we went green, something like that. I'm just thinking to myself, I might be able to do this, and talking to the guys, and so I figured I'd just go ahead and try it. I started saving a little earlier before everybody else did, and I think that helped even more. And actually, I think I pitted a lap too late. I wish I'd have pitted a lap sooner. I still had 2 more laps to go after we crossed the start-finish line there at the end. But yeah, we just saved that entire first run. And really, I mean, we only fell back about 6-7 seconds, and they were racing hard, and that really helped me with tire wear. And I could keep up with them, so I think that helped us a ton. But when I saw them starting to pit with like 33 to go, I was like, I'm golden.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these tracks. You have to not only stay consistent, you just have to have a good strategy. You and Brian were battling pretty hard there near the end. You guys make any contact with them?
I don't think we did. No. He gave it a really good shot there at the end, and props to him. He raced really clean. We didn't get foobarred this week, so like we did last week. But no, he raced really clean, and I've raced around him before. He's fine. I've never had any issues around him or anybody in like the top 4 or 5 that I'm looking at it, and even 6. I'll throw Andrew in there too, since he's my teammate. We've had our share of run-ins though, but no, everybody up there raced clean. Those last 10 laps or so gave plenty of room, and it was a great race to not have to worry about anybody up there. So hopefully we can do it again next week, wherever next week is, which I don't even know off the top of my head. But yeah, we had a good run. All the Bandit guys had a good run, so it was a good day.
Is there anybody you want to mention?
You guys for calling the race. Maybe we'll go back and watch a few laps. Bob for putting on the league. Had some viewers out there in my stream at twitch.tv and Floorboard Deep, and so check that out too if you want some good in-car action. And but definitely watch your all stream again as well. And but yeah, Scott Patton from Patented Paints out there for painting this truck. We always appreciate him, and we'll see you next week, wherever next week is.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I can't wait for that next race. Anyways, Mike, you got anything?
Nope, all good there, Justin. Next week you guys head to Phoenix before the off week, and then wrap it up in Vegas.
I do love Vegas, but I'm not a big fan of it in the trucks because it's wide open. But it is my favorite track. Phoenix is good, has been good to us in the trucks, so hopefully we'll run good there too.
Definitely, man. Well, congrats on the race win again.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
All right. Anything you want to say before we go through the race results here?
Well, I want to say it's nice to be back. It's nice to commentate for the WSRL once again. It was one of my favorite leagues before I had to take a little hiatus. So I'm definitely really excited to be back.
Definitely. Good to have you back here. Let's go ahead and run down the order of finish. Justin Michael, Brian Barnes, Bob Beltrami, heard from them in the interview portion. Ryan Steele with a pretty good run, finishing in 4th. Jeff Schmeier rounds out that top 5. Andrew Schulte makes his way back into P6 after a little pit road contact. Chad Simpson, P7th. Butch Davis, Michael Melfeld Jr., Matt Sisler round out that top 10. 11th is Dennis Fuson. Lyle Swearingen and Kyle McCartney still were racing each other after they made the late race pit stops. Chris Sumard, JTW round out that top 15. Morris Borgen, Scott Kukas, Wayne Hutchinson, Julian Ricci, Heath Smith round out the top 20. We go back to Dan Brazington, Charlie Widener, Barry Phil, Dustin Burns, Keith Kelman, James Campbell, James Lehman, Wayne Fleet, Corey Deal, Chad Stearns, Chris Walker, and William Fletcher round out the field. So that was a heck of a race. We got 2 more left here in the Western States Racing League. Like I said, next week we head to Phoenix before the off week for the Memorial Day holiday, and then wrap it up for the championship, which looks like it's going to be a pretty tight battle between Schulte and Chad Simpson there. They're separated by 4 points before this race started, and drop weeks will go into effect now. So we'll see what it all looks like towards the end here. But from all the drivers of the Western States Racing League and all of us here at Sim Racing Media, I want to wish you guys a good night, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.